It's good to know you're still with us. This is Sports Tonight. We're broadcasting live from Channels TV Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. We're giving love to grassroots sports development in Nigeria. From Abuja, let's go to Yenagoa, the capital of Bayelsa State, where Okolobiri community have emerged champions of the third edition of the Governor Seriake Dixon football tournament known as the Restoration Cup. Who did they defeat? They defeated Ekeremo community 4-2 on penalties after playing a 1-0 draw at regulation time. The striker, Solomon Fulua of Ekeremo FC, drew first blood in the 36th minute after waving off 3 defenders. He was daring, but did not waste time, as 2 minutes later, Stephen Isaiah of Okolobiri FC tapped in the equalizer. It's the grassroots. The governor is coming and supporting it. When this started, he said he wants to use this to engage the youth, stop crime in the community, and it is working.
Yes, if we don't do this, who will? The foreigners won't bring grassroots competitions here. Right. Yes, they will do is they will set up academies.
Even steal your talent.
Even steal your talent and take them there. We know how many they poached from, countries like Nigeria. And we have to do this for ourselves. We have to keep, putting a lot into this grassroots. So many of these guys work out every day. Sometimes I want to leave for work in the morning, say like, 5:36. You find them already carrying their boots, carrying their shirt, heading to wherever they are to train and all. Where would they express all of the, they've been able to gather over these years? It's from competitions like this. Now they will become, maybe they are street representative, then they are, community representative, then go to the local government, before state, then national.
I spoke to one of the guys from the team that won the second edition. He said, you're talking about taking us off the street. People watched us on TV. And they called me that I saw you on Channels TV.
And that is how huge it comes. That is as big as it comes itself. And you're winning the trophy. You're having a handshake with the governor. You're, taking some money home. It is everything. Now you're helping them to believe there is one more day, for them in this sport.
Beautiful.
And that is what the grassroots needs.
Cash prizes were included also at the competition. The winners, the champions from Okolobiri community, they were given a cash prize of 2.5 million naira. 1.5 million naira for the second place winner as well. The third place winner got 1 million naira. And it's, at this stage, it's not about the money. It's not. It's about the objectives and that we are achieving them. If you see the pictures, you saw the youth, you see, when people come together in sports, whether you win or you lose, the fact that persons are happy, it will make you believe that one day you too, you will be happy.
You're becoming your state's ambassador. People see you around your community and want to reckon with you. Right. I can remember growing up and playing football. There are some competitions that we've been part of. It seemed like just being part of that competition, I have made it all, because it is the biggest thing around you right there. And everybody just wants to be. You hear, older ones who are over 40, 50, coming back from wherever the competition are, they want to watch and all. And that is what it is.
And it gives the, Channels television is global. People watch us wider. We're talking about Okolobiri community in Bayelsa.
And you call the striker's name now.
And let's see the pictures again. They were there. The Minister of Youth and Sports Development was there. The governor was there.
The who is who sports in Bayelsa.
Right? Look at the joy, the celebration.
And look at the fans. They even feel they are part of the entire
somebody said, no, don't cause trouble. We are already doing well with grassroots football. So His Excellency will not like if we, the youth, are not causing problems.
No problem.
Because he has already put something in place that has made them busy. I love this so much.
Do you know that the runner-up or the third place would want to do better next year? That is the belief.
Let me tell you what happened. The team that won last year and the second winners, they merged the team and took them to Cape Verde for a competition. Beautiful. Like everybody...
Now, the local champions have become
they were away for 2
weeks.
They played an invitational tournament with teams from Europe, teams from North Africa, and it was a beautiful
You know how many of them will get a lot from there?
I love that story so much. Let's keep it up with the Restoration Cup. Shout out to Bayelsa State for putting that together. Other states, can we do more? Can we also do something like that to engage the youth.
Call it your own name.
Yeah.
Whichever
Just
name.
engage them.
Restoration is as beautiful.
Yeah, so that's it. Still at the grassroots, because at this stage, at the National Sports Festival stage, talent is discovered. And that's why when it was quiet from after Echo 2012, some of us were restless. We said, bring back the National Sports Festival. And 2 years ago in December, it came back. Let's continue. Let's start a countdown now to the 2020 National Sports Festival. Before we get into what Edo State are doing. Edo State will be hosting, but now it's 38 days, because it's March the 20th that the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival will kick off in Benin City, Edo State. From today to the 20th of March, 38 days to go. 38 days to the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival. Beautiful. I love this one so much, because
of our Olympics.
I mean, of our own everything. Everything about sports. Because, and the Edo State government, they say, look, we want to give you guys a festival that you remember.
That you'll remember. Now, Edo is trying to make us understand, yes, it is about sport, but it is a sporting festival. And what is festival? You find the main theme, you find a lot of fanfare, paparazzi, and everything is coming together. And if you know Edo so well, Benin so well, you understand that, yes, you are in for a whole lot. Right. Sport, yes, will be there, but you are in for so much more. And if the Edo State governor and the sporting body in Edo State are speaking like this, then I can't wait for it to start. But this is why I have the issue. I think we should do more in, you know, the publicity. Yeah. I'm not feeling the fever on the streets.
Some states have done sports festivals. Imo State, they've done their sports festival.
Yes.
Kwara, they've
Even
done.
the Southwest did theirs, Lagos and all Kwara.
They are starting theirs now. And I agree with you. More states should do sports festival. Use it to engage the youth. Use it to test.
Use it to publicize. Let them know. Let them know, because like I mentioned, it is our own Olympics. Yeah. Go to other countries when their national sports festival is around the corner. They live wherever they are. They come back to the country and want to compete. If they don't accept you for house, where will they?
It's the Jamaican version that we used to discover.
Exactly.
So it is what it is.
And even you and Blake and the likes.
All the talents come from the festival.
Yes.
And Edo State, they've said that they want to give us a festival that I'll remember. And so the Edo State governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, he has declared the third edition of the Edo State Sports Festival. He has declared it open in Benin City, the state capital. They said that they are using theirs to test the facilities before we come for the main event. No fewer than 700 athletes from across the 18 local government areas of Edo State are participating in the multi-sports events that we said as a rehearsal for the 20th National Sports Festival that the state will be hosting later in March the 20th. And we've just told you that it's 38 days to go. The governor gave the assurance that the state will host a hitch-free sports festival that is returning to the state after 19 years.
Some people are thinking.
He has also announced an official prize of 5 million naira, 3 million naira, and 1 million for the first, second, and third winners of the 2-week event. Look at everybody out. The entire local government will be busy.
I just mentioned some people are thinking. Now, sometimes we have such structure, and then when, let me use Edo as the template, when they want to have their own festival, you hear they take them to another place to. No, this facility, use it to test run. Everybody do test running, especially when it comes to beefing up the infrastructures that you have for competition. Do something that will test run the tracks, the field and all. Then you can know where to, you know, quickly do your tidying up and all. So this is fantastic. Reason why I said some people are thinking, I think this is thumbs up to anybody who is attached, yes, from the governor down to all of the sporting personnel in Edo State, thinking in that way. Let's test run it. Now we will know where to touch and where to not touch.
Let's go to Benin City, the Edo State capital, where they're not singing and dancing anymore. They are now getting ready for the main competition. The governor has been speaking. Let's listen to him. We'll be right back.
We accepted to make our state a model in sports development in Nigeria. This is not new. This is our tradition. This was the tradition that our late leader, late Brigadier General Samuel Okomodia, left for us. This is also why we accepted to host the National Sports Festival. It is why we decided to rebuild the Samuel Ogbamodia Stadium to world standards. It is why we are building 20 mini stadia across the state. It is why we are here to officially open the Edo State Sports Festival 19 years after the first edition was held. But I want to assure you that it will not take another 19 years. This sports festival will now be part of the official sporting calendar of the Edo State government. As you compete at this festival, I urge you to compete the Edo way. The Edo way, as you know, is the right way. In competing to win, you must do so by sticking to the rules of fair competition. You should not win at every cost, at all costs. While winning is important, exhibiting dignity and decency confers more respect on those who do so. I therefore urge you to be good ambassadors of this state. Let others learn from the virtues of winning fairly or being gracious in defeat. Before I declare the Edo Sports Festival open, I want to tell you, athletes and participants, that yes, you are competing to wear the Edo State colors to the National Sports Festival, but you also get something from the governor if you do well. So from the governor and the deputy governor, the first team, the first prize for the overall winner of this competition will be 5 million naira. The second prize will be 3 million naira. And the third prize will be 1 million naira. On this note, I officially declare the Edo State Sports Festival open.
Of course, the governor will not declare it open if he doesn't announce those cash prizes. So everyone is excited. Third edition of the Edo State Sports Festival. We love it so much. Are we going to have a sports festival without proper infrastructure? How do you do it? That's why the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Sunday Dari, says Edo State is 100% ready for the hosting of the 20th National Sports Festival that will take place later in March. Mr. Dari gave the rating after inspecting the facilities at the Samuel Ogbamodia Stadium and the multi-purpose sports hall complex in Benin City. The Edo State capital both venues for the games. Governor Godwin Obaseki and his deputy restated their commitment to deliver world-class facilities, adding that the competition will go ahead as scheduled. Infrastructure is everything. Let's listen to the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, and then I'll get the views of Kende. We'll be right back.
Some of the structures I've seen, the brick and mortar, the Ogbe hard courts, so I'm impressed. It shows clearly that there's been consistent work going on here. There's been commitment on the part of His Excellency and also the Deputy Governor to make sure that this place is finished in record time. I have seen progress, and I can say, I can assess it to be about 85% or 90% precisely ready for the National Sports Festival.
It is going to be feasible. We are having a planning meeting tonight to determine exactly when which activity will end. And for us, the deadline is that by the end of the first week of March, we should effectively be getting the contractor out of the site. That means that this facility should be ready before or by the end of the first week in March, so that everything can be test run, ready for the opening ceremonies in the third week of March.
You can see that all the facilities are being transformed and prepared for the National Sports Festival. But interestingly, this is one of the venues for the Edo State Sports Festival that has just been declared open by Mr. Governor. And we are putting all these facilities in place not to disappoint the world or disappoint the country. Edo's National Sports Festival is for real, and we are rumor of shifting. You can see that the facilities are ready. Those are just those people that think things don't work or things used to work the way it used to be. Now we have a complete new way of doing things.
Complete new way of doing things. Remember when Imo had their sports festival, they also gave attention to the Danayan Stadium. That's why I'm saying that maybe now we should bid for the next host so that they start getting ready. If we take the National Sports Festival around, states will see the importance of infrastructure development.
At least there will be one stadium in each state
that is functional. Look at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium.
Yes. And look at, do you know the minister is actually a critic when it comes to infrastructures in sport? The man has gone around to criticize a lot, and he does not mince words. He goes out and says the way it is. And he was impressed. They showed the swimming pool side, the tracks and all. I think maybe I'm sitting here seeing it on TV. I'm not there, but I'm also very impressed, and I'm liking what is happening. And like what you said, I think if we take it round, before we see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years, a lot of states would have.
Tell Bauchi now that you host the next one.
They will
start getting ready.
They will hop their facility. At least just pick, one place and hop all of the. You tell Ibadan or your state, you tell Ogun, and that is how it goes. And really, I think that is what they do out there. Everybody just hope for this to up it.
In fact, give conditions. For instance, if Lagos wants to host it, tell them not Teslim.
Not
fix National Stadium. That's where we should put it. You know all of those things.
You can't go for the easier option. Go for, and you can have a variety of options. If it's Delta, take another place and then hop it. And then you have variety of options.
Beautiful.
Look at this one. We're talking about two teams in a state. If you have two good stadia, they can comfortably handle business.
I mean,
that's what it should be.
I mean, in the city of Manchester.
Yes.
Manchester United.
Confirmed. And they take matches to any of those
London,
stadiums.
There's Chelsea, there's Tottenham, there's Arsenal,
there's West Ham, there's Fulham.
Let's get on. So this will bring about development, and we love it so much that the 20th edition of the National Sports Festival has brought a spark to sports development in Edo State. Let's do more. Let's get on with the show. Continue our countdown to the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. 163 more days to go. I won't get tired of asking how ready is Team Nigeria? What are the federations doing? The coaching crew, what are they doing? Athletes, are they getting prepared? Those that have not qualified for the Olympics, what are we doing? 163 more days to go. The World Para-powerlifting World Cup that ended in Abuja last week was an African qualifier for the Paralympics. And so we love it so much. Today in Abuja, the Minister of Youth and Sports Development, Mr. Sunday Dare, gave an assurance to all Nigerian athletes that his ministry will stand with them in any situation relating to sports. The minister received the victorious team from Nigeria. They are called the Unstoppables. And yes, they were unstoppable with World Para-powerlifting. Forget it. Just go. Leave it to Nigeria. The other guys, that's why they wanted to come here. They said they want to know the vegetable that we eat to make us so powerful with para-powerlifting. But they couldn't find anything. The minister told them that, look, we will support you guys. Nigeria won 6 gold medals in the junior category and 11 gold medals plus 5 silver medals in the senior category. In addition, the team broke 3 world records.
That's what they do
in para-powerlifting. The minister went on to say that the ministry is backed by the law to supervise the activities of the sporting federations and would provide the necessary support for the Dubai World Cup that will take place in April and the Tokyo 2020 Olympics. And that's why I'm saying, what's all of this drama going on in the federation? Because with special athletes, you need to stay focused. If you're giving able athletes 50% attention, you give these ones 150% attention.
Of course, you have to. And one of the things we've failed to get, or, we always miss, administrators should understand that these athletes are the MVPs. They are the VIP when it comes to sports. They are the ones that will go for the showing. They are the ones, all of this history we are talking about, winning medals, Nigerians are here. It is this, it's not the administration. Your work is to do, okay, are there infrastructures? Are they ready? How are they practicing and all? These guys should be given everything. And for no reason should an administrator should be talked about more than the athlete. For no reason, whether for the good or for the bad. The athlete should be at center stage. After we've praised the athletes, then we can now go to, okay, some people supported them in the administrative angle. And this is...
Don't use it for selfish purpose.
Don't
come.
That is why I say your name should not come, way ahead. And then we are the ones who did this.
I'll pause you, Kende, because we'll still deal with this issue. Let's go on this quick break. When we come back, the drama going on in the Para-powerlifting Federation, we get our attention. Don't go anywhere. Stay.